Good evening everyone from Brazil. How's everyone doing? It's been a little while since I did a post on anything to do with my concept, Think Future Feel Now. But this week I've delivered 2 experiences to 2 people and I get such a buzz when I do it. Like the insights that people get after the calls is what makes it worth doing. And today I had an old client of mine I reached out to, not in the best of places. I asked him initially what his stresses were, and he mentioned a few things. There was work, there was relationships, but he's also got a wedding coming up where he's been asked to be the best man. And with that becomes a responsibility, delivering a best man speech. And he was in a little mess. I spoke to him, as always, before I Think Future Feel Now experience, to find out where he is at a certain point in his life, find out what his stresses are about this. And we went into it. Didn't want to mess up, didn't want to sound bad with his jokes, told me all the things that he didn't want to. I then asked him, okay, well, tell me what would look like a successful best man speech. So he went through it all. I want people to remember the talk. I want people to laugh. I want people to remember that part of the wedding. It was a good speech, and remember the best man. Then I asked him a few more challenging questions to get him thinking. But what was the experience for the groom? What was the experience for the bride? What about the experience for the people watching? Look through their eyes, and what would make it successful? So a lot of these questions are still come from thought, the answers. And when we're caught up in our head and caught up in our thoughts, sometimes it's very difficult to break away to find out what it is we really want. Think Future Feel Now is so powerful because we take this as an intention into the experience which I create. And within the experience, I asked him a few questions, brought him awareness, but then I actually got him to first think the experience of what a successful talk would be like. Now get him to visualize himself delivering that talk. Then get him to look through the eyes of the people in the audience and how are they perceiving this talk. And you could see throughout this whole experience, his whole body language changed, and he was smiling every now and then, and he would literally open his eyes, go straight back into it again. And by the end of it, it was a different person. He literally come to life, was like, I know exactly what I need to do. I know it's all about the feeling of the room. I'm being too particular and trying to be too quirky, too clever. Again, all thoughts. He said, I want the room feeling happy. I want this whole room to embrace what this good man is and the groom that he's talking about. And it was a knowing. It was the theme of the talk. It was how the room would feel it and how he felt after. That confirmation that it was a good talk, the laughs, the happiness, the compliments from other people. He felt all of it. And you could see after, he's like, I need to go and write all this down. It was a knowing of exactly how he wanted to do it and how it's delivered, and also what he said, it's scripted for me to do this. That's what I'm meant to be doing as my role, and I know now that I'm the only person who can do what I've just thought of. That was all in the space of half an hour, and that's the beauty of Think Future Feel Now. You can adapt it to anyone, and you can change the music and deliver it to each person, and within that there's spiritual teachings. But what I love about it, and what I made him realise after, how many negative thoughts did you have? How many worries did you have in that experience? None. Who come up with all those thoughts and feelings? Him. So at the end of the day, he come up with all these ideas, he felt it all, he believed it all, and now he has a game plan to go and execute, all in the space of half an hour. That's the beauty of these. I had another guy this week who works, his company allows him to work anywhere around the world, and since everything that's gone on, he wants to get out of London. And he said that, I asked him, name 4 places that have come to mind. And he said America, Spain, Austria, and Switzerland. And he said Switzerland was money, Spain, just because it's been on this list for a while, America was the adventure, and Austria was family. And I asked him to narrow that down to 2 more, like what 2 shine out for you at the moment? Spain and America, they were the 2. Took him through the whole experience, again, use the music which come to mind and use questions whilst it's in that space. He come out of it and went, and then you go back to Austria, clear as day, and knowing. And then you go back to Austria, I'm a family guy, I saw my family, my sister's pregnant, I want to be there, and I want to be there for the family. And he said, but I saw myself on beaches, I saw myself in big cities, I saw myself in these other places, so I know that I will be travelling, and I have the freedom to do that, but I need to be with my family. And lo and behold, he's now booked a ticket already to Austria. How cool is that? And again, in the space of half an hour, there's a knowing. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you, because I call it a meditation, I call it a visualization, I call it an experience. But it's not what it is, it's what you get from it. And again, if you've got questions that need to be answered, if you feel stuck at the moment, if you've got a wedding speech coming up, or you've got a presentation for your work, and even if you've got an illness and you're struggling at the moment, I can help you help yourself through the Think Future Feel Now experience. It's that powerful, and every person takes their own unique experience away from it. The only thing you need to do is turn up and let go. Let go of any preconceptions of what you think it might be, or what you've had before and what you've experienced before. Let go of that, and just let go of judgment. You're the only person in this space, so let go of it. And when you do that, the magic happens. You bypass all this chaos, that clears. And all of a sudden you start tuning into your gut feeling, your intuition, and as I call it, your soul. So if you'd like to experience a Think Future Feel Now, a unique experience for yourself, please do get in touch, and I'll send you a Calendly link and you book in for experience. I call them healing experiences because however you take it is a form of healing. We will make it so specific to you. So we could combine it with the coaching initially. I get an insight to where you are, what you're working on, what's holding you back, and give me just a few more things to make it more personalised. And then from there, the magic happens.